Breaking news as an area to watch develops in the Gulf. This could spell trouble for your holiday this 4th of July weekend. And who better to spell all this out for us than Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross. We have Bryan on the phone with us this morning. Bryan, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Weather Command Weekend. What do you make of the NHC designating this area?
Yeah, it's not a surprise, actually, Melanie. We've been watching it. And remember, this is a low chance of development. This kind of scenario is very typical for June. It's when we still get cold fronts that slide down from the north, and then they sit off the southeast coast with very warm water. Sometimes it's over the Gulf. Sometimes it's off the southeast coast. In this case, it's off the Carolinas and Georgia. So the front that you've been talking about that is forecast to cause all this heavy rain across Kentucky, over to the mid-Atlantic and even into North Carolina today is just creeping to the south. So when it gets offshore of the Carolinas around Tuesday, it's forecast to have a little area of low pressure develop on it. Again, all very, very typical circumstances and scenarios for June and for fronts that move south over the warm Gulf Stream water. Then, as it just sits there because it can't push any further south, the front dissipates, and the AI models indicate that we might get a tropical depression to form out of that. The more typical models, like the Euro or the GFS, don't show that at all. But in any case, the National Hurricane Center has gone with a low chance of at least a tropical depression forming there off the southeast coast. There is no indication in any of the models that a significant storm would affect land. But the thing is, forecast, whatever it is, whether it's just a glob of rain or whether there's actually a bit of a tropical circulation, is forecast to drift toward the Georgia or South Carolina coast, maybe in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame next week.
Yeah, you mentioned the AI models, Bryan. They're obviously more on board with potential development. So what do you think about that? Do you think that the NHC, in signaling this as an area to watch, looking at what the AI modeling is showing, does it signal that AI models should be taken more seriously this year?
Well, AI models should definitely be taken seriously because they can run the AI models. They're so easy and cheap to run. They can run them on past storms that, things that already happened, so we know what the outcome is, so we can judge whether the model is really doing a good job or not. And they're found to be quite good. So they definitely should be taken seriously. But this kind of scenario is a little bit like the Arthur scenario, where it's right on the edge. Is it really a tropical system? It's just such we're in that very gray area. Nothing is very strong and well defined. So it's not surprising, A, that this kind of thing is developing, and it's also not surprising, B, that the models, the various models, have kind of different outcomes when things are weak and messy and transitional and just developing and broad and, conditions aren't really ideal. You get, different kind of outcomes of the forecast from the various models. So anyway, this is all typical June stuff, but because there's enough credible information, and it's a typical scenario. When we see a front coming south and we see that it's going to stall, just based on that, we say, okay, that's something we're going to have to watch in June, because this is just how tropical systems, tropical depressions, weak tropical storms very often form in the northern Gulf or off the southeast coast.
And Bryan, talk to me a little bit about, especially using our AI models as our guidance. What could the potential impacts of this be along the southeast coast of the United States, especially as we head not just through the weekend, but more so into the middle and second half of next week?
So we're talking before the July 4th holiday, which is good. If you had to pick a day, it would be on Wednesday into Thursday that this area of low pressure would come in. If it's a tropical depression, even if it were a low-end tropical storm, and the odds of that are even lower than it becoming a tropical depression, you're talking about rain and just kind of nasty weather along the coast and then just dissipating inland. So, if I were making a forecast for that part of the U.S. coast, Georgia, South Carolina, along in there, I would have rain in the forecast and maybe some gusty winds in the forecast, really regardless of whether it becomes a tropical system, because there's going to be a front hanging in there. The same thing you've been talking about all morning of the front that's far north, the same front. It's just going to settle down to the south. At least that's what the forecasts are right now.
So Georgia and South Carolina, some of those spots to watch for as we go through the middle to end of next week. Bryan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate your expertise and getting to hear your input about this tropical system that could spawn off the southeast coast after the National Hurricane Center has designated an area to watch this morning. That's Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross.